Good afternoon. My name is Leslie Medlock, and for my Summer 1 major project in Intro to Instructional Technology, I will be sharing QRs in the classroom. What is a QR code anyway? A QR code is part of the 2D barcode family. It's a step up from the traditional barcodes. It's a simple black and white square pattern that allows you to access information at a point and shoot of your device camera and have information at your fingertips. It's a wonderful way to share, get, and gather lots of information, and they are pretty much readily available anywhere you go. In fact, out to dinner with my family the other night, we were at a restaurant who used advertising tables, and QRs were from one end to the other. How do QRs work? You can use a variety of devices, such as your iPhone, iPad, laptop, MacBook, desktop, iPod, and the list goes on, to scan the code and receive a vast array of information. Just open the camera on your device, hold it up to the code, or, in some cases, the code to the camera, and poof, there is all your information just waiting to be looked at. You can get anything from a movie clip, a video clip, a song, a website, or even 10% off of that dress you've been looking for weeks. What are some features of using QR codes? Well, they have high capacity encoding. These little cuties can hold a world of information. You can get up to 7,089 characters on one little piece of your QR code. That's a total of several hundred times the information than a plain old school barcode. Just on a 2x2 square, you can hold up to 300 alphanumerical characters. QRs are readable from 360 degrees and any angle. Here's a fun fact. For your kiddo playing with your iPhone at the table trying to stay quiet, and they discover that QR while they're hanging upside down from their chair, it's a point and shoot away. Upside down, front to back, back to front, top to bottom, on your head. It doesn't matter. As long as the 3 squares are available to your device's camera, all the information is there, good to go. And with your QR code, size really doesn't matter. We can choose to display them as largely as we'd like, or as small. The point is, big or small, all the information is there for you. However, it is a very space-saving little baby because the square can hold a barcode of information and only use a tenth of the space it has for capability access. And these little barcodes, QR style, are dirt and damage resistant. And for the parents in the room, they are super hard to destroy, which is also a teacher's dream. They have a correction capability built right in, so any little nicks, scratches, or bends don't present a problem at all. And thanks to our friends in Japan, we have not only 1 but 2 levels of character sets, allowing us to encode 13 bytes at a time and hold more than 20% more data than any other 2D symbol in the family. QR codes in the classroom and who they can assist. QR codes lend themselves to all kinds of people that may use them. They can be used in, throughout, and even outside of your classroom. They provide themselves readily available for teachers, students, as members of our classroom, students from other classrooms, and visitors who happen to be passing by, other faculty and staff, as well as our administration, and of course, our beloved parents. Now let's take the opportunity to break down each of the categories of people and how the QRs assist them in their daily lives. QRs and the teacher. Teachers can use them to distribute materials to their students. It's an easy way to provide tools, lessons, books even, additional information and reading material, as well as share what other students may be bringing to the discussion of the assigned topic, similar to what we do on the discussion boards, except these students gather their information with just a point and shoot. QRs can also be used to display and showcase that digital work done by your students in a manner that would allow them to receive feedback, recognition, and other praise based on their work that they would not have received otherwise, because people viewing their lesson don't have the information to even locate the file that was produced by the student. Finally, they are a great way to collect information from, as well as send information home to our parents that might otherwise get lost in transit through the backpack mail, or sit on mom's bar in the basket somewhere and never even make it back to you as the teacher at all. QRs for classroom members, fellow students, and visitors. QRs can be so fun for visitors and students of other classrooms to gain insight on what's going on in your classroom just by a quick swipe of the code hanging outside the door on your bulletin board, or perhaps in the hallway display as QRs for each student in your classroom. They can see what's being taught, what future plans are, special announcements that could be made, such as birthdays, rewards, or even achievement in spelling bees or reading bees, and much more, just from simply touching their mobile device. It's like a newsletter that can be clicked and taken on the go. As far as the students and QRs, the options are almost endless. As educators, we can set up anything from a field trip, tutor sessions, class assignments and homework, give additional reading or extra credit projects, offer reflection time as well as voting privileges, show examples, give praise, and the list goes on and on. This can all be done by your student inside or outside the classroom without your assistance. I feel like QRs in the classroom can offer shortcuts as well as never-ending learning and assistance with just a little point-and-shoot action. Other faculty and staff and administration use of the QRs. We can share our lesson plans with our faculty members down the hall, send schedules to that paraprofessional who needs to know that our schedule has changed, to the office, as well as the other resource teachers we see during the week, such as our PE, art, music, and library. We can use QRs to turn in forms for purchase orders, request a bus, or a field trip, and other need-based items to our administration office. Finally, it can provide information about meetings, plans, and scheduled events to our principals. QRs for the parents. Newsletters can go home to our parents via the QR code. Information on student assignments can be sent. Assistance with assisting their child at home, which is a much needed service in our schools today. Forms that need to be printed and returned. We can take polls among our parents for future needs in classrooms, party ideas, field trips, and etc. And we can send additional information for completing those last-minute projects, such as a materials list, due date, and information such as our rubric. QRs in the classroom for fun. We can take a field trip without even leaving our classroom. Or on that restless day when we just need a break, or the rain has come and we can't go outside, there's always a scavenger hunt to be hosted. We can make research easier. We can forget those long HTTPs that eventually sometimes will lead our students into directions that they do not need to be with just one missed keystroke. We can bring reading to life, give praises and prizes to kids on projects well done, or to the student that just needs the little extra encouragement. Fun and educational games can be offered to the early finishers, and we can bring history right there into the classroom. QRs in closing. However you decide to introduce QRs into your classroom environment, just know that it has a limitless wealth of assistance to you as the teacher, to your students as well-rounded learners, to other faculty and staff, and as well as to your parents. So don't be saddled to the old way of teaching, and use what is out there to our tech-savvy world to make learning fun and exciting, as well as working smarter and not harder for yourself. Thank you for your time, and I hope this presentation has been beneficial.